that the guy named Diddley had a dream so big it made him feel all giddy. He loved UFC, the fights and the thrills, so he started a podcast to share all the chills. Oh, Diddley's on the mic with the final strike, talking UFC, NFTs all night. From the octagon to the blockchain, he's got the hype. Tune in, listen up, it's the final strike. Every punch and kick, analyze the moves, every trick and flick, comparing each fighter, their strengths and flaws. Diddley's insights would leave you in awe. Oh, Diddley's on the mic with the final strike, talking UFC, NFTs all night. From the octagon to the blockchain, he's got the hype. Tune in, listen up, it's the final strike. Every punch and kick, analyze the moves, every trick and flick, comparing each fighter, their strengths and flaws. Diddley's insights will leave you in awe. Oh, Diddley's on the mic with the final strike, talking UFC, NFTs all night. From the octagon to the blockchain, he's got the hype. Tune in, listen up, it's the final strike. NFTs and fighters, a digital blend. Diddley's got the scoop, he's always on trend. From rare collectibles to the latest bout, the Final Strike podcast, there's never a doubt. Listeners from afar, they gather around for Diddley's insights, the best in town. With every episode, his fame would grow. The Final Strike podcast, the ultimate show. Even when the market's tough and times are lean, Diddley's resilience shines, he's always keen. Through highs and lows, he stands his ground. In the world of UFC, he's renowned. Oh, Diddley's on the mic with the final strike, talking UFC, NFTs all night. From the octagon to the blockchain, he's got the hype. Tune in, listen up, it's the final strike. Podcast stream, bringing UFC and NFTs to the mainstream. With every word, he lights up the night. The Final Strike podcast, shining so bright.
What up, everybody? Shine bright like a diamond. Did I start the show off with that or what? Thank you, everybody, for popping in. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Got a couple giveaways today. I also have my homie who lied to us last week. He said he was, no, I ain't going. There he is, the man himself, Chef Curry, live in New Orleans.
No lie. Rewind the tape. It says, if I'm given a free ticket, I will be there. And surprise. Your boy's in the building.
Surprise. The chef man got there this morning.
Yeah, and flew out last night.
That's pretty gnarly, dude. Pretty gnarly. Sick. Everybody get your TFSPs in the chat. First giveaway is going to be for a Pick'em entry courtesy of Big Whale, giving somebody a chance to enter the Pro Pick'ems. We got like $30-$40 worth of moments in there so far. So winner usually takes most of that pot home. So get your TFSPs in the chat. Then we're going to run that pay-per-view code a little bit later. But Chef, man,
what up?
How's first time in New Orleans, I'm guessing?
Yes, first time down here. Warm. The weatherman lied. It said fucking rain and thunderstorms, and not a chance. It's hot as fuck down here.
Yeah, it looks pretty nice down there. Haven't ran into anybody yet. You probably just got off the plane, huh?
Got off the plane, came straight to the arena. Haven't met anyone yet, but chats are open. So I'm going to be here. I'm at the meet and greet UFC event thing. Lineup's behind me. I'm going to jump in line,
cool.
Go through, see who I can meet, get some picks.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I'm
Might as
sure.
well since I'm here.
Hell yeah, man. We'll probably have some pictures coming from you here shortly. But let's see what the chat's saying. Yep, Chef is living life. Chef is living life, baby. Mr. Worldwide himself, bro.
Perks of being single with no kids.
Bro, are
I'm
you
gonna-
going? You going to Abu Dhabi next month? In 2 months?
No, honestly, if anything happens, Chicago, I'd love to get to Chicago. I've never been there. I'd love to come hang out with you guys.
We'd
But
love to have you,
Vancouver,
buddy.
Vancouver, like that's where I am. So October, the Vancouver card.
Yeah, yeah, that's
That's
nice. That's
that's
nice in your
realistically anything else kind of
backyard.
is going to be spur of the moment that pops up. But Vancouver is the one that I'm looking forward to next.
Yeah, nice, nice, nice. And yeah, card should be nice, bro. I mean, it's a historic card, so regardless, it's gonna be something that you could say you went to. With Dustin's final dance in there.
Yeah,
It's
it's going
gonna
to
be
be a
interesting, man. It's gonna be
very so.
interesting, man.
Gonna be a
It's
lot of
gonna be
sad eyes.
interesting. I was
A lot of-
reading some stuff like people are saying, like, what if Dustin knocks out Max? Is Max gonna retire?
Yeah, I've been reading that too. Max is looking a little punch drunk lately, man. Like he's been on some wars. So
I know, and yeah, his speech is a little rough too lately.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's looking punch drunk, acting punch drunk. So
Yeah,
he may need to retire too if he goes out on
it's
top. Or
yeah, for sure, man. It's gonna be interesting. But yeah, brother. Appreciate you hopping on as always.
not a problem.
Didn't expect you to head out there, but
Me neither, dude. Me neither. This was all Friday afternoon in the chats.
it's
Alex
pretty
posted something
gnarly.
about we need bodies, and I was just like, "Oh, really? Okay,
Say less. Say less. Say
exactly."
less.
Yeah, I
That's what's
wrapped up
up,
my
brother.
work and then boom, straight to the airport, and now I'm here. So
Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, enjoy it. Live it up. Send us some pics. I'm sure you're gonna get some from that meet and greet behind you there.
yeah, I'm gonna
But
jump in line real as soon as we're done here and see what's
yeah,
up.
awesome, man. Appreciate you hopping on and freaking enjoy it. Live it up, brother.
Thanks, man. Will do. Have a good show.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate you.
Peace.
Peace. The chef man does it again. He does it again. Don't forget to get those TFSPs in the chat. Let's run through Strike real quick here. Go through this challenge. And I know a lot of people were hoping that we were going to get maybe a champ, Dustin champ. A lot of people were, feeling like guy's last fight doesn't have a champ moment, perfect opportunity to get him. But it ended up being for a rare of his knockout against Benoit Saint-Denis. And they were asking in the chat, if those of you who weren't reading the chat yesterday in Discord, but Daniel popped in there and he was, they didn't want to make the champ this late in the series, which is kind of sounding like maybe we're winding down here towards the end of series 2. But they didn't want to make the champ this late in the series. Said it was mainly a timing thing. If we were already in S3, probably would have been a champ. But it's going to be a pretty tough challenge to complete as a rare in itself. And then the second challenge is going to be for a D-Rod common. And we'll break these down real quick. So the Dustin challenge rare. All right. You have to complete 2 steps in order to get the reward. And step 1 has 3 different ways you can complete it, or 4 if you want to count the passes. So in step 1, you got to have these 2 moments: Dustin's epic, Max's fandom, or these 4 moments: Paulo, Ige, Holloway, and Holland, epic and 3 rares, or another set here of epic, 2 rares, and uncommon: Holland, Vittori, Allen, and Phillips. So each one of those paths is a completion for step 1. You also can get this completed by owning a Max Holloway Ultimate or a Max Holloway Champion for step 1. Then for step 2, you will need to only burn one of the following moments, either a Dustin Poirier fandom or a Dustin Poirier comment. One or the other. Challenge can be completed multiple times for multiple rewards. And like I said, it is going to be a minimum edition size of 500. The remaining moments will be distributed to challenge completers randomly. That's pretty important. So they're not going to be holding on to these. Each completion counts as 1 point. 1 point equals 1 entry into the draw. So, yeah. Everything, all 500 of these are going to be distributed to the completers of this challenge. And the more times you complete, the more chances you get to get your name pulled out of the hat for an extra one. So that's the first challenge. Challenge number 2, and we're going to go into Flovana right here. We'll break down the pricing on both of them here, but I just want to do a quick summary before we get down to the bread and butter here. And then challenge number 2. This is for the D-Rod Common. So you have 3 paths to choose. It's not like the first challenge with 2 steps. It's just paths. So you do path A, which is burn one of the following commons. You get 1 reward. Path B, if you collect one of the following moments, you will receive 2 rewards. So essentially, if you have these epics and the rare, you're going to get 8 total D-Rod commons here, right? And then the other paths to complete this one are the Max Holloway Ultimate and the Max Holloway Champion. You could do this multiple times for multiple rewards. And then, like I said, it's that D-Rod. Challenge ends Wednesday. And let's take a look at Flovana. So here's the Dustin Challenge. Total cost right now is 165 schmackers. Not too bad. 118. I don't know if this is accurate or not. Could be. I haven't completed mine yet. I do have the collection path here. So I do have all paths covered. Holding my sets. As you can see. Got a couple dupes. But got all those covered. So I would just need to do some burning. And I just got to burn some Dustins. So, and then this is all done. I was going to burn, I was probably going to do 3. Should we do it live? What do you guys think? Probably not logged into Dapper, honestly. It's been a minute. Should we do it live? We'll do it live. I'm still logged in. Maybe. We'll find out. I usually, it's rough, bro. It's rough. It's rough. It's a little bit better than it was before, but it's still rough. Is that Dustin featherweight moment or a, what is it? Or is it a lightweight? No, negative. Negative. Cannot search by name. We'll go with lightweight and hope that he's in here. Yeah, there he is. Looks a little off though, don't it? Okay, now we're good. All right. Do it live. Do it live. All right, let's burn some Dustins. I was going to burn 3. That should do it. That should do it. All righty. So I think Flovana should update pretty quickly here once we burn this. We'll see if the completions update. Nice, nice. All right. Pretty quick with it. Pretty quick with it. Whoa, that was quick. Flovana don't play. Looks like we're pretty accurate with these counts here. But yeah, that's the first challenge. Kind of hard for a rear, I'd say for sure. Definitely pretty hard for a rear. And then the second challenge here looks like we got 1,952 completions, which is pretty wild. And like I said, I got 4 completions here for these guys. I could burn, but I'm not going to burn commons for a common, you know. I'm good with my 8 that I'm going to get with this collection portion. But that's definitely an easier challenge. Cost to complete is $1. Go to Floaty, get one of those guys for $1 and burn it if you need to, if you really want the D-Rod. But that's pretty much it on the strike side. I will discuss our outstanding rewards. Don't forget to get your TFSPs in the chat because we're going to run that Pro Pick'em entry right here in a second after I go through these outstanding rewards. So, outstanding right now. I gotta, man, get my water ready. It's gonna take a minute here. All right. Michael Morales, rare. Kayla Harrison, epic. Ju Sang Yu, uncommon. Curtis Blades, rare. Vivian Araujo, uncommon. Kai Car France, epic. Our quarterly rewards for the sets, our quarterly Champ Club rewards. And now we are also adding D-Rod's common, as well as Dustin Poirier's rare to the list. Massive. 2, 4, 6, 8 moments with the 2 that were in the challenge this week, and then the packs, all those packs. So yeah, buddy, that list keeps on listing. I'll tell you, keeps on listing. But with that said, we are done with Strike for now. We're going to get into this fight card, go through the whole thing, top to bottom. Before we do that, get your TFSPs in the chat. Last call. Let's see those TFSPs. We're going to run this. This is for the Pro Pick'em entry. Thanks to Big Whale. Shout out Big Whale. You know he loves his Pro Pick'ems. So he wants to give some people a crack at them. Get your TFSPs in there. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Winner of the Pro Pick'em. Here we go. Yeah, he sure is, I guess. Got his ass smoked. RRX has entered the Pro Pick'ems. Da-na-na, da-na-na. Welcome to the pros, buddy. I know he already picked all the underdogs. Yep, 100%. 100%. He already he picks all underdogs on the whole card as soon as the pick'ems drop. So yeah. It usually doesn't work out for him. I was busting his ass out about it last week, but all right. That giveaway is done. Get your 318s in the chat. It's going to be for the pay-per-view code. We're going to run it after we get through the fight card. Get your 318s in the chat. It's a ESPN Plus pay-per-view code. And yeah, we'll run it once we get through the card. A lot of heavy favorites on this card. It's a pretty interesting one, man. It's a pretty interesting one from top to bottom. There's some fun ones, a couple debuts. It's a lot of massive favorites, though. It's crazy. It's crazy. A couple close ones, but yeah, a lot of big time favorites. So we're going to start here. Carly Giudice versus Nicole Cagliari. All right. Off paper right away, you could see the massive size advantage here for Giudice. 4 inches in height, 6 inches in reach. That's a big problem. Big problem for Miss Cagliari. I believe Giudice has been finishing people, which is surprising at that flyweight. Couple split decision losses. Contender Series split decision loss, but she did get that knockout against Dubin and had a couple KOs in the first round earlier in her career. A lot of people are pretty high on her because she's definitely the better striker in this matchup. Cagliari is more of a grappler, smaller too, which typically tends to favor, the striker. Got a couple subs on her record, but yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. One thing I like about that fight particularly, they do think it's going to go the distance. I might be crazy, but I'm thinking about betting the Brazilian plus 3.5 points. You might not be that crazy. It's wild. Let's see. KO's plus 300 for Giudice, but yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. You can never really. It's tough. It's tough. But she definitely has the size advantage. Maybe it goes the distance. Yeah, I think Giudice. If Giudice should probably be able to keep it standing and pick her apart at range. I'm going to go with Giudice, the favorite. But yeah, it probably does go the distance. Probably does, but we'll see. We'll see. Next up, another big favorite here. Bruno the Bomb Ferreira. That's what I'm going to call him, the Bomb. Even though he goes by the Hulk, he throws bombs. Versus James McVeigh making his UFC debut. He was supposed to fight Cedricus Dumas like twice or 3 times, and that guy keeps getting arrested and shit. So they finally stopped booking him against Dumas and put him up against Bruno. And it's a tough test, bro. This McVeigh guy, obviously, he's making his UFC debut. We don't know too much about him coming off of LFA. He's pretty good. He's got some subs, got some TKOs, first rounds, all in the first round, similar to Bruno, though. So it's going to be interesting to see if this fight starts going past the second round. I know I've seen Bruno in later rounds of fights, and he gasses quick, because he throws bombs all day. So both these guys, I would question their gas tank going into the second or third round. Pretty much who the hell knows who's going to win at that point, because relatively, we know Bruno gasses out, and this guy, we haven't seen him outside of those rounds. So does have some good size advantage. Bruno is typically a smaller dude for middleweight. Bruno's KO is -140, pretty wild. Fight goes the distance. No is -1600. Pretty gnarly. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. Bruno, you guys know me. I am definitely a strength of schedule guy. And based on what I see, I kind of like Bruno. We're in 318, Volk. 315. It was a good one. Yeah, he sure did. Bruno definitely got power. The only thing I'm worried about for him is this guy's size. 70. He's got a 5-inch reach advantage here for McVeigh with a 6-inch height advantage. It's significant, bro. It's significant. So depending on if he can get away from the blitz that Bruno's going to bring that first round. But yeah, bro, I got to rock with Bruno. He comes to fight, puts on a show, just like Glass Bro. You already know. Let's go with Bruno. Cracks him early. Superman Span taking on Lucas Brisky. This is, we're still in the early prelims here. Pretty good names for some early prelims. Bruno, Span. Brisky's been... Span didn't look too good in his heavyweight debut. I think he went up against Salsa Boy, and... Yep. He was having a little bit of a rough stretch there, but since he's been at heavyweight, it did look like he was struggling a little bit against Salsa Boy, but Lucas is definitely not as big as Salsa Boy. So Span has a size advantage here. Slight size advantage, but still size advantage, which probably will help him out. Odds makers do like him here. Plus 155. They don't think the fight's going the distance. And I mean, rightfully so. If you look at Bresky's last few fights, been knocked out in 3 of his last 4. Not a good recipe. Yeah, so I think it's going to be interesting for this one. If Span gasses too, that's another thing about Span. He gasses. Like after a round and a half, he gasses pretty quick. So even at heavyweight. So if he doesn't get him out there early, who knows what can happen. But if I'm going pre-fight and with that size advantage, because usually he's kind of like, he was definitely the smaller guy against Waldo. But in this fight, I think with his size, he'll probably be able to find the shot that puts Brisky on skates. 14 fight cards are going to feel like a marathon if we get it. Yeah, absolutely. We need a couple quick knockouts early. It's probably why they put some of these fights earlier on. These big power punchers early in the card to hopefully get some time thrown here. But yeah, I'm thinking Span, man. Especially because Brisky hasn't looked too hot his last few fights. very chinny. I'm going to go with Span. Go with Span. Another big favorite. Here we go. Jimmy Crute versus Marcin Prachnio. So this is a typical grappler versus striker here. Prachnio is a pretty good kickboxer, but getting up there, 37 years old versus the 29-year-old Jimmy Crute. Size pretty much identical there, but we definitely know Crute will have the advantage in the grappling and on the ground. It's tough, man. It's tough. It's a tough fight for Prachnio. I do think Crute will probably find the subby. I honestly do think it, especially the longer the fight goes on. I don't. Prachnio. Yeah, he hasn't really. Nothing. I mean, some tough guys, Bukowskis, Petrino, some tough dudes for sure. But yeah, he's definitely susceptible to submissions. And I think Crute sub as some plus money is not a bad play. Especially as like almost 10 years younger. Yep. And Crute looked pretty good. I mean, the Bellato fight was pretty wild. But yeah. Pretty gnarly. But yeah, I think Crute's definitely got the edge here on the ground. Probably turns it around here against the 37-year-old Prachnio. And then this is our last early prelim. Adam Fugit versus Islam Dulatov. So Dulatov is pretty it's a pretty good prospect. He's minus 800, as you can see. They're very high on this guy. He finishes everybody pretty quickly. As you can see, he's a first-round finisher. KOs and subs. Came off the Contender Series in October. His first fight here, making his debut against Fugit, who's pretty good. Adam Fugit is pretty solid, but he is getting up there in age, 36 years old. He's got a little bit of a reach advantage here. But he has fought some tough dudes. Mike Malott, Quinlan. He beat Josh Quinlan, lost to Malott, lost to Mike Morales. So those are some tough fights. And that was 3 years ago. So yeah, proper Mike 2023. Hasn't fought at all in 2025 yet. So fights about once a year. Yeah, it's interesting, man. You never know what you're going to get with these debutantes, right? But everybody's saying this guy is going to kill him. The Ripper. The Ripper. The Ripper. I wonder if he fought anybody on the regionals that we might recognize. Nah. Bunch of tin cans, bro. It's hard to say. Hard to say. He's a minus 800. His KO is minus 160. His sub is plus 300. I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. I don't know. He's a model, right? He don't look like a fighter. He don't look like a fighter. Neither does Adam. Neither does Adam. But if we want to go by statistics, we got a 10-year age gap. And you know what that means. 70% of the time, this dude's going to win. So that's what I'm rolling with. I'm going to go with the 10-year age gap. Well, I don't know if he's going to finish. I mean, Puckett has fought some high-level dudes, so might not be able to finish him, but who knows? What if he runs out of gas, bro? We don't know. This guy finishes everybody in the first round. Never seen a second round. Has seen 1 second round and knocked the guy out in the second round in Germany. They did lose a third round decision way back 7 years ago, 10 years ago, some shit. So I don't know. So maybe he doesn't have a gas tank. And exactly, Glowed, exactly. 60% of the time, it works every time. But in this case, it's 70% of the time. So I'm going to roll with this young buck. Maybe he shakes a little thing, shakes something up, man. Maybe he finishes this dude like he's been finishing everybody. Because that's a pretty good streak. That's a pretty good streak. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 straight finishes. That's a pretty good streak, I would say, for sure. So maybe he keeps it going. And he is the real deal. Love to see it. Need some new blood. Need some new blood. And that is the early prelims. Early prelims. I think it's pretty solid. Got some potential for some highlight reels here, I think. Think we should have some fun on the earlies. Those are on ESPN2, ESPN Plus, and Disney Plus. And then the main prelims are on ESPN Plus, and Disney Plus. And we got Atiba Gaudier going up against Robert Valentine, the Ultimate Fighter alumni. Oh, Connor's fighting lawsuits. He's fighting the dealers that he owes money to. He's fighting a different battle, brother. He's fighting a different battle, my brother. Gaudier. A lot of people are high on this kid too. Middleweight, good size, 6'4", 81-inch reach, pretty sick. 23 years young, so he's very fresh prospect. And I believe similar to what we were talking about earlier with the Dulatov, he gets a lot of his work done early in fights, very early, first 5 to 6 minutes. So this is a 6-minute fight. Yeah. I mean, he's been KO people quick and early. So it's going to be interesting to see because we know a little bit about Robert Valentine after watching him and his season on The Ultimate Fighter. He's a pretty wild dude. He's a pretty tough dude. He hasn't done very well, though, in his career against wrestlers. But lucky for him, he's not fighting a wrestler today. He's fighting a striker. And he probably, in this one of his first fights in a while, he's actually going to have a grappling advantage over the person he's fighting because he went up against 2 NCAA wrestlers, bro, his last 2 fights, and ended up, getting taken down a lot, controlled. Tough. It's tough. Loader and Finney. So this first fight up here against the striker, he might be wanting to make a statement. I know a lot of people are high on Gaudier, but man, oh man, if Gaudier doesn't get him out of there in the first round early, don't be surprised if Robert shocks some people. Don't be surprised if Robert shocks some people. Got minus 250 on the KO for Gaudier, plus 1,300 for Robert. Robert sub plus 950. Circle that one right there. Circle that one right there. Fight goes the distance, minus 900 on the no. So, yeah, they think somebody's going to get finished, which could happen for sure. I don't know. I got a feeling, though. I got a feeling about this one that Robert's going to get it done, man. I think Robert's going to get this one done. Shock a lot of people. Shock a lot of people. Got a lot of energy this fight week, too. You guys seen him? I think he's going to shock some folks, man. It's my sleeper right there. Underdog pick, Valentine. Big underdog pick, too. So, next up, Francisco Prado versus Nikolay Veretennikov. Another 23-year young Francisco Prado, but the difference here with Gaudier and Prado has fought some good people, man. He's got some good UFC fights, even though he's got some L's against, Zellhuber, Jake Matthews looking like he's a killer. His strength of schedule is pretty tough here. And not like Gaudier making his, debut. So as a 23-year-old, I kind of like Prado's experience a lot better, going up against Veretennikov. Veretennikov's mainly a striker, doesn't really shoot too many takedowns. It's mainly going to be a striking battle. The reach is big for Veretennikov. You're going to have Prado trying to get in, close the distance, get into that pocket, and try and make it a slugfest. And he throws bombs. We got Prado's KOs plus 400. Let's take a look at Veretennikov. Lost to Austin Vanderford by KO. Lost to Danny Barlow. Tough guys. Very tough guys. I don't know about Vanderford, but Barlow's pretty tough. Yeah, man, I don't know. I'm thinking Prado by KO. Prado by KO is super juicy to me. Super juicy. He does got 6 subs under his record too. Armbar, rear naked, gillies, a little bit of everything. Yep. I like Prado by finish. What's his sub line? That's pretty nasty. Veretennikov ever got subbed? Or is he doing a lot of the subbing? One subby 15, 12 years ago. Yeah, I doubt it. Yeah, probably KO more than likely. Or if you find Prado by finish with some good juice, I would do that. But yeah, I think Prado's going to get the job done. And hopefully in spectacular fashion. Next up, how did these guys end up in this spot? Marvin Vettori and Brendan Allen sitting on the prelims and not even in the main spot. Unbelievable. But it's going to be I don't know, man. I don't know about this fight, honestly. It's one that could be very fun or one that could be just very, very blah. I don't know. They got Brendan Allen as a favorite, but I don't know, man. I think Vettori's probably got better striking than Allen, and it's really going to come down to the grappling. And if one of them, or if because we know Allen's going to probably try and push the grappling. He always does, even if it's not working for him. It's going to be interesting to see if Vettori can neutralize his grappling attack. Allen is definitely the bigger dude. Got a little bit of a reach advantage, 2 inches taller. You're going to have more volume, a little bit more volume coming from Vettori in the striking department, and then a little bit more volume coming from Allen in the takedown attempts and grappling department. Honestly, I think Brendan Allen lost to Imavov, lost to Hernandez, Craig Silva Curtis. I honestly think Vittori's definitely got the tougher strength of schedule. The Leeds Cannoneer. Been 5 rounds with those guys. But I don't know, man. He hasn't had that, I don't know, that killer. That killer has been missing from him. But I don't know. He's fighting with a purpose this week. His brother passed away not too long ago. Rest in peace. And maybe Marvin comes out, makes a statement. I think I think Marvin might shock some people here. Because it's very close. Both guys on paper, if you watch them fight, they're very, very like evenly matched, you know? So with that said, I'm going to go with the Italian Dream, Marvin Vittori. Probably going to go with the decision, though, honestly. Probably decision. Could be a sloppy, long, sloppy fight. Well, I think Marvin will do enough to get it done. Definitely probably land a lot more damage, too. So, next up, Mr. Phillips, Kyler Phillips versus Vinicius Oliveira. Another fun one here. Both guys are killers. Good everywhere. Got subs, got knockouts, good kicks, good hands. This is a fun scrap. Very fun scrap. One thing that I would worry about, Phillips, he's plus 125 right now. Vinicius minus 150. What do we got? They like Vinicius. Did the line move on this one? Was it reversed and it's flipped? Earlier in the week, I could have swore Phillips was the favorite earlier in the week. But I'm not sure. Could be wrong, but Phillips does go the distance. He's had some success going the distance. I think the opposite could be said about Vinicius. No, he goes the distance too. KOs come early. Sopai, Saeed, Ricky Simone. Some good ones there. Some good ones there. Yes, he did. He sure did look uninspired against Font. And that was a fight we all thought he was going to do the damn thing against Old Man Font. Because, beat Munoz, Barcelos. He might have a tough time with Vinicius, man. He might have a tough time here. People are really high on him, but... And also, Vinicius has double the fights. 15 versus 25. So, a lot more experience in the octagon. Subbies, 2 subs for Lock Dog. Two subbies. I don't know. I think Lock Dog probably gets it done, man. I think Lock Dog gets it done. Phillips does have a little bit of a reach, but I mean, on paper, this shit's virtually identical. So, shout out to Mike Goldberg. But man, Lock Dog, cooler nickname. Book it. Lock Dog. That subline on both these guys is pretty gnarly. Might be worth a little sprinkle on both sides. Just saying. And that is the prelims. Don't forget to get your 318s in the chat. We are going to run, it says a 317 pay-per-view code. I should probably change that. Whoops. Let me fix it for you guys. There you go. 318 pay-per-view code. Thank you all for hanging out. And let's move into the main card of the evening. Starting us off is Michael Johnson versus Daniel Zellhuber. Are they trying to set this guy up to just keep getting head kick knocked out? I don't know what they're doing to my boy Mike, bro. Why are they doing him like this? First, they gave him roofie. Oh, no, that was Bobby Green. Whoops. They're trying to give him the Bobby Green treatment. Shit. They're trying to give him the Bobby Green treatment. Is it going to be a head kick knockout? What do you guys think? Because I'm thinking it probably might be something like that. Got that, what is it, 5-inch reach advantage here for Zellhuber. It's going to be way taller. It's going to be a striking fight. Classic Johnson floppy KO coming. Yeah, I think, bro, I don't know. I don't know why they're doing our guys like this. 39 years old, 26. His KO is still plus money on ESPN. Pretty wild. Pretty wild. But yeah, going to be a lot of kicks and a lot of knees coming Johnson's way. And at 39 years old, I don't know how many more he can take and how quick his reaction time is to be able to dodge these things. Zellhuber's been looking super confident this whole week. And I don't blame him. Think he's probably going to go in there and, shin to chin, baby. Shin to chin. Shin to chin. I got Zellhuber probably by KO. That's my take on it. Love me some Michael Johnson, but man, it's not a good matchup for him. Not a good matchup for him. It's a very bad matchup for him. And, yep, I think Zellhuber probably gets it done. I'm thinking, just like the odds makers, relatively quickly and easily. I'm liking that KO. Next up, didn't Johnson KO Poirier once upon a time? Maybe that's why they threw him into the young dog. That was eons ago. Was it 155 or was it 145 when they were both 145? Might have been 145. It might have been 145. I don't remember. But yes, it definitely was light years ago. Light years ago. Dynamite Dan Ige facing off against Pitbull. Making his, he let us down. Let everybody down. We were all banking on Pitbull to take out Mario Bautista. and he could not do it for us. The whole MMA community was behind this dude, and he failed us. Now he's going up against Dynamite Dan Ige. And honestly, I think Dynamite Dan Ige is going to piece this dude up. Ige is actually has a size advantage in this fight. Probably his first time in like 5 years that he's fighting somebody he's bigger than, which is unbelievable. Unbelievable. And Ige, everybody knows Ige comes off the couch, does the damn thing. Coming off, so he fought Woodson, Murphy, Lopez. That Murphy fight was tough. The Lopez fight, he took off the couch. Woodson was pretty good, even though I like Woodson. I'm a Woodson fan. But yeah, Ige did his damn thing, man. He's tough as nails. And he's tough as nails. And yeah, bro. With that size advantage, I think. And he's 5 years younger. Oh, this is a big one. 4-inch reach advantage, too, for Ige. I think Ige's going to piece him up. I think Ige's probably going to knock him out. 300 plus 300 on the Ige knockout. Sure, these guys don't get knocked out, Patricio. Well, I mean, going up against some UFC caliber guys, you will get knocked out. Injury. Now, at 38 years old, the chin's going to eventually crack. And the Ige at 145 is probably one of the few guys. Oh, yeah, it was Yair. I forgot. Which Bellator guy fought Bautista? I'm tripping. Was that the other one? Was that the other Pitbull? I don't know. I'm tripping. But Ige's got the power. Oh, Patchy. Fucking Patchy, dude. Don't even get me started. Ugh. Ige is going to knock this dude out. That's my call. Plus 300 on the knockout. Dynamite Dan Ige. 4-inch reach advantage. I like it. Think Ige is going to find his mark. Piece this dude up. Pitbull might try and get this to the ground, but Ige is a seasoned veteran. Got great takedown defense. Got great get-ups. And yeah, 50K Ige puts this guy's lights out, baby. Let's go. Let's go. USA in this hole. Next up, Kevin Holland versus D-Rod. This is a tough one. This is a tough one, man. I know people like both guys. D-Rod is getting up there in age, guys. 38 years old. He's been in some tough ones, coming off that KO against Ponzi, but, you know, Ponzi's also another 40-year-old. Morono, another 40-year-old that he fought against the younger guys, though he hasn't had that much success. Holland, though, you never know what you're going to get from Kevin, right? He's a wild card. He's a wild card. I'm guessing they're probably going to stand and strike for most of this fight. Holland's got a lot of size here. He's got a 7-inch reach advantage. You would think, I would think that, so I would say D-Rod's a better boxer, but if you do overall striking with the kicks, the elbows, punches, kicks, knees, overall MMA striking is probably going to go to Holland. But D-Rod's definitely probably got the better hands. And it's going to be interesting to see if Holland wants to just stand there and box with the guy or if he's going to, mix everything up. Yeah, because on paper, you would think Holland's going to wash him, especially with that 6-year age difference and the 7-inch reach advantage. Because with that reach advantage, we've seen Holland do some good things. Luke Nelson, Ritter, Dolidze, both good grapplers. That sub against Ola Chasek was wild. That's the thing. If Holland was smart, he would take him down and choke his ass out. And yet, he's definitely been on a roll. 2-fight win streak, not bad. But yeah, he can't, like if he fights a grappler or a wrestler, he doesn't typically do too well. They both KO'd Ponzinibbio in the 3rd round. Lost to Jack Della, Michael Venom Page, Rainer de Ritter. Those are 185s. And he bounces too. That's another thing. He bounces 170, 185. So, I don't know. It's a tough one. It's a tough one to call. I think you would think everybody would pick Kevin Holland confidently, but just because of the antics and sometimes how he comes to the fight, you're not sure. You're not sure. You're not sure. But I'm gonna that reach advantage is striking me as the big difference maker here, and I think Holland will probably do it. I think Holland will probably do it. Plus 180 on Holland KO, plus 210 on his sub, plus 210 on his points. They literally have no idea how this guy's going to finish the fight if he finishes the fight. You see that shit? How long ago was it? What are we talking about? Holland already KO'd Buckley. Yep, it was remember, this guy fights a lot. 2020. And I believe it was, I don't know if it was 170 or 185. Yeah, Holland's page is super long because he fights 5-6 times a year. Got to give him props for that. But yeah, on paper, man, he's got the reach. He's got the size. He's got the speed. He should win this fight. As long as he just doesn't done stupid shit, you know? He should win this fight. So, yeah, I think Holland gets it done, man. D-Rod's getting up there. I think he could have some success against guys like same age as him, but I think the speed's going to be as long as Holland comes to fight proper, speed's going to be the difference maker here. And with that reach advantage, could be a rough one for D-Rod. So I'm gonna roll with Holland. Hopefully he comes focused and gets his shit done. But it's crazy, dude. D-Rod's 19-5 at 38 years old. Holland 28-13, bro, at 32. Crazy shit. Crazy shit. Next up, our co-main event of the evening. Don't forget to get those 318s in the chat. Pay-per-view code at the end of the show. Costa versus Kopylov. So, Paulo, man, Secret Juice, what's going on, bro? My man's not very active. Fought twice last year, but we haven't seen him at all since over a year ago. I mean, his last 5, look, he's 1-5, 1-4 in his last 5. What's up with him at the presser? All jittery. He was joking about it on his Instagram, dude. He was joking about it. He said it's the secret juice powder that made him jittery. I don't know what the fuck he's on, dude. I have no idea. But he's a character for sure. He's fan friendly in the regard of his, his memes, his shit he posts online. All the shit he does is hilarious. So we all love to root for the guy. But if you want to talk about what he's been doing in the cage, bro, it hasn't been too good. Hasn't been too good. His only win in the last 5 years, 3-4 years, has been Luke Rockhold. And that was like a 40-something-year-old Luke Rockhold. And Luke Rockhold was, leaking the blood in his face during that fight. Remember that shit? That was a good one. It was a war. But he lost to Whitaker. Obviously, these are top level competition, right? Top tier opponents in the division. Izzy, Vettori, Whitaker, Strickland, all guys that are right there at that title cusp. So it's going to be interesting to see if he can turn back Roman. Because Paulo's been he's been a little hesitant, I would say. He's been a little hesitant his last few fights. Roman comes to fight. He does gas, though. So does Paulo a little bit. But being a 3-rounder, I don't think we got to worry too much about the gas. Kopylov, a lot of people were saying his fight against Curtis was some bullshit KO, but it's all good with me. Did lose to Fluffy Hernandez. So, yeah, it doesn't do too well against grapplers. Costa, not really a grappler, definitely more of a striker. I do like the 3-inch reach advantage for Kopylov. Same age. Yeah, it's pretty close, man. It's pretty close. It's pretty close. And I think, honestly, even though I love Paulo, man, he just doesn't fight enough, bro. He's not active enough. Kopylov last fought in January, so he's fighting 6 months later. Paulo hasn't been in there for over a year. Over a year. Yep. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. It is tough. It's tough to pick them. They got Kopylov as a massive favorite, minus 235. Yeah, it's tough to pick Paulo because you don't really know what you're going to get, man, because the last few times we've seen him out there, he's been gun-shy, very hesitant. Doesn't really want to take any risks to try and to win, and sometimes you got to do that, especially if you're getting pieced up. You got to start, biting down on that mouthpiece and going, and sometimes he just doesn't do it. Or the last few times he's fought, especially against that Strickland fight, we were like, come on, and he just wasn't going. So not until that last minute of the fight he started going. But he's saying that he's going to be more aggressive and shit now, but can't believe it till I see it, brother. Can't believe it till I see it. And Roman is pretty good. He's a good kickboxer. It's going to be a good fight. Both guys are pretty durable too, so they both can take a pretty good beating. KOs pretty close on both sides. Fight to go the distance. They don't even know. It is a 3-rounder. It should be a fun one. And oh man, it's tough. Want to pick Paulo, but I can't trust him, dude. I can't trust him. I want to pick him, but I can't trust him. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Roman, man. Have to go Roman. Probably not one I'm gonna put on a slip. Probably watch it live, see how Paulo's looking. But yeah, it's tough. It's tough. So you don't know if this guy's he's too unpredictable. You can't count on him right now. Too much secret juice shit, the jittery stuff. He's still goofing around all fight week. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know. We'll go with Roman. I'm going to go with Roman. These sub numbers are wild. Roman got any subs? No. Lost by sub. All right. Main event of the evening. 318's in the chat. Gonna run it right after we talk about the Diamonds final dance. Here we go. Dustin making his final walk in his trilogy fight against Max Blessed Holloway. So, this is a 155-pound fight for the BMF strap that Max is currently holding after he took it from knocking out Justin Gaethje in the last second at UFC 300. So, man, oh man. So, Dustin's 36, Max is 33, close in age. We got 5'11" for Max with a 69-inch reach to 5'9" for Dustin with a 72-inch reach. So Max got the height, but Dustin's got the reach. A little bit more volume, about 2 more strikes per minute more coming from Mr. Holloway. Accuracy as well as takedowns are a little bit higher on the Diamond side of things. But I believe we all can agree that we are in for a striker's delight tonight. The odds for the knockout on either side are damn near identical, plus 375, plus 275 for either guy. It is a 5-rounder. And it's going to be pretty wild, man. It's going to be pretty wild. I will say, though, after his fight with Islam Makhachev, Dustin A is a fucking beast. He's a beast. He's a beast. And he's got 2 dubs over Max already. So, sure, this is a big... I mean, Max is the favorite, even though he lost to my boy twice already. But I guess that recency bias with that Gaethje knockout is just got everybody going crazy. This guy went 5 rounds with the pound for pound number 1 in the world. And they got him as the underdog. What? What? This is nuts, bro. This is nuts. And now I don't even know, bro. Dustin's definitely got heavier hands. It showed in their last couple fights when they fought before. The Max fight, it was a unanimous decision win, way back when. And then the first one, golly gee willikers, he subbed him. Subbed Max early, 13 years ago. But yeah, let's take a look. Let's take a look at the punching stats there. It was close. Super close. Look at this shit. Gnarly. 1 takedown. Sub attempt. It's close, but the numbers are a little bit lower on Dustin's side, but the damage, Max was busted up. Max was busted up bad. So, yeah, you're probably, I mean, it's interesting. Interesting. Very interesting stuff, guys. And obviously that fight was long time ago, 2019. We're talking about 6 years ago. And obviously both guys have come a long way since, leveled up, gotten better, evolved. Throw 20 on the subby. Why not, right? It's juicy enough for that Gilly. But I don't know, man. I have a feeling Dustin's going to win this. I know a lot of people are liking Max. But especially after that Islam fight, he showed me something, bro. He showed me something. And yeah, bro. This guy's been a lightweight staple. Max is coming in here trying to get it done. And I love Max, bro. I mean, obviously they're both fan favorites. We love both guys. But Dustin's got 2 on him already. Definitely got the heavier hands. He's definitely, I mean, yeah, bro. After that Islam fight, this guy's fucking, he's a beast. He's a beast. Definitely got a lot of pressure on him. Got the Tunchi power. I like it. Definitely, I mean, fighting in your home city with all your people there is definitely, it's a lot of pressure. But I mean, this dude, he's fought McGregor twice. Like, he's been through all the different pressure scenarios, I think. And it would be nice for him to get a nice, especially considering he's never won undisputed gold. Would be nice to have him get that farewell. And I'm not just saying it because, I like the dude. I honestly think after that Islam fight, like, you guys got to remember, dude, talking about number 1 pound for pound. And he took that man 5 rounds, bro. And it's hard to pick against either one of them. 100% hard to hate either one of these guys. They're both awesome. And that should be a fun one. But if I'm going to pick somebody, I'm going with the Gilly Gang, Dustin the Diamond Poirier. Lafayette, Louisiana's finest. Representing. I think Dustin has his fairy tale ending, bro. And deservedly so, my man. Deservedly so. Deservedly so. Did you just compare the Korean Zombie to the Diamond? I know you didn't compare a 40-year-old zombie to the Diamond, brother. Don't do me like that, Mo. Don't do me like that, Mo. Come on, dog. Come on, bro. Yeah, you better laugh, boy. Shit. Man is smoking this early in the morning. Shit. Guy, that's crazy talk, bro. But I'm gonna roll with Dustin, man. I'm gonna roll with Dustin, especially after that could be the Islam fight. I got a lot of respect for him. Showed a lot of skills in there, a lot of levels, and yeah, bro. One more time for the Diamond. Let's get it, Gilly Gang. Yeah, let's go. And that is your UFC 318 fight card, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. With that said, we got this pay-per-view code to run. RRX already got into that pro pick'em spot. Don't forget, We got pick'ems in my server. Get your verdict pick'ems in. We got a Rumble going in my server for a Dustin fandom. Get your 318s in for the last call on this pay-per-view code. And we'll find out who's watching the fights tonight, baby. All right, good luck, everybody. Here we go. Winner is Vegas Jake, my boy. Congratulations, my man. I'll get you that code shortly, brother. Appreciate you. And with that said, thank you all for hanging out this fine Saturday. Fights will be starting up in a little bit. Poker going to be starting up in a little bit. Let's get it. Until next time, I'm out of here. Peace, y'all.
The guy named Diddley had a dream so big it made him feel all giddy. He loved UFC, the fights and the thrills, so he started a podcast to share all the chills. Oh, Diddley's on the mic with the final strike, talking UFC, NFTs all night. From the octagon to the blockchain, he's got the hype. Tune in, listen up, it's the final strike. Break down the fights, every punch and kick. Analyze the moves, every trick and flick, comparing each fighter, their strengths and flaws. Diddley's insights will leave you in awe. Oh, Diddley's on the mic with the final strike, talking UFC, NFTs all night. From the octagon to the blockchain, he's got the hype. Tune in, listen up, it's the final strike. Every punch and kick, analyze the moves, every trick and flick, comparing each fighter, their strengths and flaws. Diddley's insights will leave you in awe. Oh, Diddley's on the mic with the final strike, talking UFC, NFTs all night. From the octagon to the blockchain, he's got the hype. Tune in, listen up, it's the final strike. NFTs and fighters, a digital blend. Diddley's got the scoop, he's always on trend. From rare collectibles to the latest bout, the Final Strike podcast, there's never a doubt. Listeners from afar, they gather around for Diddley's insights, the best in town. With every episode, his fame would grow. The Final Strike podcast, the ultimate show. Even when the market's tough and times are lean, Diddley's resilience shines, he's always keen. Through highs and lows, he stands his ground. In the world of UFC, he's renowned. Oh, Diddley's on the mic with the final strike, talking UFC, NFTs all night. From the octagon to the blockchain, he's got the hype. Tune in, listen up, it's the final strike. Podcast stream, bringing UFC and NFTs to the mainstream. With every word, he lights up the night. The Final Strike podcast, shining so bright.